Hey, hello, 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 hello. Okay, hi there. Um, um, are we on? I think I'm just gonna assume we're on. Hello, we're back. Excuse me. Um, so I, so last time I was streaming last week for an English Lit assessment, doing an all-nighter. Heavily suggest against doing those. It really kills you the next day. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do some studying. I'm not pulling an all-nighter. This is just casual studying. Nothing's due tomorrow, thankfully, and just studying because for the last week I have been really unproductive at home. Like when I say really unproductive, I mean I've been doing nothing so far. So I just checking if the audio is working. Yes. All right. Cool. Hello. 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 All right. Here we go. Now, last time I had a chat. Let me just Now last time, excuse me, I'm just gonna type in, just gonna search for my thing here and see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Just gonna check on my own stream for a second, just checking if it was working. Okay, seems to be working for now. Let me just turn that off. All right, okay. So let's not waste any time talking about anything else. Let's get straight into it. So I'm studying human biology. Human biology is one of the subjects that I have to teach. We do have a human biology test, or I do, which is next week Monday. So I think next week Monday test is going to be. Next week Monday is about. My teacher said it was about mechanisms and evidence. I'll explain later, but basically mechanisms and evidence. I'll explain that later. But just yeah, for if we ever get up to that. As of now, human biology is one of the ATAR subjects and that I'm doing, and right now we are up to. Okay, by the way, this website I'm using here is a custom-made website made by my science teacher. Very cool guy. He personally made, as you can see, he has like a section for each topic that we do, so he puts a lot of work into it. Anyways, I hope he doesn't mind me showing this to the stream. I mean, like it's not like anyone's gonna watch this anyway. So who really cares? Am I right? No one's watching. Thank goodness for that. I'd rather not have anyone watch. I like it when I'm just talking to myself. I don't like this thing, but you know what? I don't care. Okay, let's get straight into it. So right now we just started the term today, and we've done mutations, gene pool, and evolution, and evidence for evolution. So basically, we're doing evolution. We're studying evolution. That is one of the units. That is one of the topics that you do have. Yeah, that's pretty much Unit 4, I think. Yeah, Unit 4 is basically Unit 4 of human biology is basically evolution and evidence for it. So basically, we're going to start from what we've done so far is mutation, gene pool, and evolution. So this is the mechanisms that cannot pronounce that properly. Those are the mechanisms that I mentioned earlier. So gene pool, and evolutionary mechanisms. And I think evidence for evolution. I cannot spell evolutions. I really cannot spell. Oh my gosh, it's late, guys. It's late. Please don't kill me. Evolution. Evidence for evolution. I think that's it. Yeah, evolution. Okay, cool. So those are the three subjects or three topics that we've done on so far. I am a bit behind on human biology. I think we're working on this as of now, evidence for evolution, but I'm still behind. I need to revise on all three of these subjects. I believe the test will be on these two subjects, but I want to go back a bit, revise, and see what we can do. So let's start straight away. I do have a separate screen here that you can't see. Basically, I got a bunch of my notes on here to just look back on things. I also have a human biology book behind me, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to use it. When I do use it, the language used it. It's in English, but my gosh, I cannot understand a word it says. But it's just there for it. Okay, so the thing handy about this website that my teacher made is he has essentials. Excuse me for a second, I need to blow my nose. So for every topic that my how long have you been going for? 3 minutes, not that long. So for every topic that my teacher makes, or that we do, my teacher always makes something like this and a PowerPoint. There's always a PowerPoint that goes on it. Like very convenient that he has placed all students must be able to think. So we're basically, for the mutation, we're gonna go through these points, see if we can do it, and also go through the PowerPoint that he made for this particular thing. He goes through this PowerPoint in class, so obviously not all the information that is going to be on this PowerPoint, because if I was a good student, I would be listening and taking down notes, but no, I'm not that type of person, am I? I mean, I try to listen, but sometimes it's hard to take notes and do, what do you call it? Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, mutation. Now, I believe we do need a definition for mutation. So mutation I have here. It's good. Sorry, it's just lagging. Is mutation. Sorry, a bit sidetracked, but it's very helpful that I'm live streaming this, because whenever I go through things, my teacher always told me the best way to learn content is to teach the content, because at that point, you're like, you have to explain it in ways that sounds understandable, and therefore if you can explain it to a point where it sounds understandable, you yourself understand it more. Anyways, I believe I did have a definition for this, but I can't seem to find it. All right, we're just gonna go through this PowerPoint that my teacher made. So let's go over it. Overview: mutation, sources of variation. So basically, what that means is why don't all living things look the same, or in the same species? Why is it that even if it's the same species, why are there differences? Why is there differences in humans and all that stuff? Gene pools, what causes change in gene pools, natural selection, mechanisms underlying. Now, gene pool is, I do have a gene pool. I do have a glossary here right next to me that you can't see, but let me just type it in for you. So a gene pool is basically, it was one of the first things. Okay, so there are these scientists called geneticists. I can't pronounce it properly, but basically the scientists who study inheritance and what characteristics are inherited from one generation to the next, right? Okay, now obviously with so many people out there, it would be inefficient to study each individual human being, right? How about this? So to make it more convenient, they So I'm just reading what I wrote here. To pool the genotypes of all individuals capable of reproducing. Okay, so everyone has genotypes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, genotypes are the characteristics that can be passed down to the next generation. So they basically gather, like in terms of data, they gather all the people who, all the individual, they gather all the genotypes of all individuals capable of reproducing. Thus, therefore, the gene pool is the sum of all alleles in a given population. So I'm just going to write that. The gene pool is the sum of all the alleles in a given population. So that's what gene pool is. Let's go back here. Gene pool evidence for evolution. Okay, we will get into that later. Homotron. I think we haven't gone to that yet, so it's more of this one. Pues secret knowledge. So this is basically things that we have to learn before. Like these are things that this means that we have to know this knowledge beforehand. DNA structure. We know DNA structure. Okay, there's called a nucleotide, and there's a sugar, and there's a phosphorus, and there's a base. I know how it looks. DNA replication, yes. Meiosis. DNA replication. Do I need to go over those two? I feel like I don't want to. Terminology crossing over chromosomes. Yes, I know what chromosomes, genes, alleles, henotypes. Alright, non-distinction. Let's just go. Let's keep going, yeah? Refresher. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a refresher to okay, so I want to talk about videos that I might watch during the stream for knowledge purposes. Please be aware that with my recording streaming software, I still haven't downloaded. Wait, let me just pause this. I still haven't downloaded like the microphone that records the in-desktop audio. In other words, you will only be able to hear the video from my audio from the thing. So yeah, I hope there is a way to do it, but I just haven't. I'll get to that very soon. If I ever start gaming, if I ever start gaming streams, I'll definitely have to do that soon. Anyways, so yeah, apologies. I don't think you even want. These are just educational videos. I'm pretty sure you won't be that interested. Skip to 3 o'clock. So this is just 6 minutes. Can we spare 6 minutes? Let's see. This is a TED Talk? Okay. No TED Talk. Just do that. Let's see. I'm going to put in full volume, see for you, but like, here you go.
Of DNA. If we unwind the double helix and unzip the two strands, you see these things that look like teeth. Those are the...
Sorry, I just wanted to do that. Apologies. What's happening here?
Those are the letters...
sorry, I just need to quickly check my phone. My phone just dinged for no reason. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry, let's continue.
Genetic code, the 25,000 genes you've got written in your DNA. This is what they typically talk about, the genetic code. This is what they're talking about. But I want to talk about a different aspect of DNA science, and that is the physical nature of DNA. And it's these two strands that run in opposite directions for reasons I can't go into right now, but they physically run in opposite directions, which creates a number of complications for your living cells.
There's a reason why they go in different directions. Oh my gosh, my teacher did teach me this. Wait. I want to see if I wrote. Let me see my notes. My teacher did tell me, like, did teach us why the DNA move in opposite directions, but I don't think I can find it. I really don't listen to class, don't I? Oh wait, here we go. I found it, but I can't. Yeah, I can't even read my writing. My writing is very messy. I can't understand what I wrote. Let's continue.
You're about to see, most particularly when DNA is being copied. And so, what I'm about to show you is an accurate representation of the actual DNA replication machine that's occurring right now inside your body, at least 2002 biology. So DNA is entering the production line from the left-hand side, and it hits this collection, this miniature biochemical machines that are pulling apart the DNA strand and making an exact copy. So DNA comes in, it hits this blue donut-shaped structure, and it's ripped apart into its two strands. One strand can be copied directly, and it can be seen spooling off down to the bottom there. But things aren't so simple for the other strand because it must be copied backwards. So it's thrown out repeatedly in these loops and copied one section at a time, creating two new DNA molecules. Now, you have billions of this machine right now.
I just realized, do I get copyrighted for this? We don't get copyrighted, right? Streams are allowed to play videos in the streams, right? You don't get copyright. I hope you don't, at least.
The right way inside you, copying your DNA with exquisite fidelity. It's an accurate representation, and it's pretty much at the correct speed for what is occurring inside you. But I've left out error correction and a bunch of other things. This was work from a number of years ago. Thank you. This is work from a number of years ago, but what I want to show you next is updated science. It's updated technology. So again, we begin with DNA, and it's jiggling and wiggling there because of the surrounding soup of molecules, which I've stripped away so you can see something. DNA is about 2 nanometers across, which is really quite tiny.
I'm not following. Am I the only one who's not following? See, I'm not following this. I am so sorry. I don't think I'll be able to follow this. Let's just move on, right? So here... Anyway, so here we have the... Okay, I remember this. ASTGC. They each... I forgot what these stand for. I really wrote down. I wrote them down. What they stand for. The ATCG for DNA, the DNA bases. Yeah, here we go. Thymine, cytosine, adenine, and guanine. I pronounced those really wrong, but whatever. I'll just quickly check on this. Alright, here we go. Yes?
Tomorrow, Mimi ada piano 7:55.
Okay.
School.
Yeah, okay.
So 6:30 wake up.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, my dad walked in. We have to wake up early tomorrow. So, which means I do actually have to sleep early tomorrow, but I want to get at least how long? I want to get at least an hour in, okay? Otherwise, it's a waste of a stream, to be honest. So, let's keep going. Chromosomes is basically a bunch of... So, if this is a DNA, and this is the DNA helix, if you were to, like, keep coiling up, like, keep on, like, wrapping it up, I think you go to histones and nucleosomes and chromatids, and then the biggest ones is chromosomes. So, in chromosomes, there's a bunch... There's, I believe, millions of this, even trillions maybe, in a single chromosome. Anyway, let's keep going. Nucleus full of DNA in the chromosome form before replications coils up into chromosome. Oh yeah, there's interphase, which is the beginning, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, that's when they begin to split, telophase, and then so on. Let's keep going. This is all revision, really. This is all revision. I should really not going this chromosomes. We humans have 23 pairs, right? Alright, so we have 1 pair of sex chromosomes, 22 pairs of autosomes. Alleles for phenotypes, yeah. So these are alleles. Alleles, I believe, I forgot. What are alleles? Alleles is different form or expression of gene. And genes are basically a unit of inheritance made of DNA and can code for protein that influence different traits. Alright, and then allele is just different forms of a gene, basically. So let me just... Where's my mutation? Where's my biorevision? Here it is. This is all revision again, sorry. Gene is an unit of inheritance, and allele is different forms of that gene, of genes. Yes, I'll fix that. Okay, when are we actually going to get into alleles? So, yep, pretty much. Allele versus gene. Oh, yeah, I was just talking about this. Called a homologous pair. Yep, dominant allele and recessive allele. Basically, if there's a dominant and a recessive, the dominant always wins over the allele. So let's say you have an allele for, I don't know, this is an example, red eyes, sorry, no, brown eyes, and this is recessive allele for blue eyes, then you would have brown eyes. But if the only way for a recessive allele to like express itself, like you can actually see it, you need two of the recessive alleles. Dominant, it's kind of obvious in the title. Homozygous for the dominant alleles, homozygous for the recessive alleles. Homozygous, I believe, means they both have the same allele, and heterozygous means it's different alleles. So if they're both recessive, then it's recessive homozygous. If they're both dominant homozygous, and heterozygous, so on. Homologous pairs have the same genes, but not necessarily the same alleles or in the same order. One from mom, one from dad. Chromosome, centrosome, replication. Right, so yeah, cystic chromatids, yeah. Cystic chromatids, this is a revision again. DNA replication. Do I need to look over DNA replication? DNA has replicated, and now each has a sister chromatid. Meiosis and mitosis. Alright, I believe the one that actually that passes down like traits is the meiosis, and the mitosis doesn't pass down. I believe. I'm not sure. You will not be tested on this process at the application of the concept is opponents. So a good understanding helps. Maybe I do need. I'm just gonna quick look at this one. Skip to 140. It's not that long, right? It's like only 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, what is that?
Using computer animation based on molecular research, we are now able to see how DNA is actually copied in living cells. You are looking at an assembly line of amazing miniature biochemical machines that are pulling apart the DNA double helix and cranking out a copy of each strand.
Well, we've seen this, like in the TED Talk.
The DNA to be copied enters the production line from bottom left. The whirling blue molecular machine is called helicase. It spins the DNA as fast as a jet engine as it unwinds the double helix into two strands. One strand is copied continuously and can be seen spooling off to the right. Things are not so simple for the other strand because it must be copied backwards. It is drawn out repeatedly in loops.
Okay, I just don't get it. If you want to see that video, there's a thing. I really, I don't think crossing over. Basically, DNA swapping occurs between homologs, and guess what? It results in increased variation. All right, so this is where variation crossing over is basically. If these, so remember these are chromosomes, but in this state they're chromatids. They cross over, right? So you can see here the red and the blue switching, and that's how full dark chromosome, and it happens the same here as well. Yeah, so you result in like a bit of the red one going into the blue one and a bit of the blue one going into the red one. This increased variation because now you have what you have in the end is a combination, or at least some sort of combination of the previous two. So results in four completely different daughter cells. Yes, meiosis. Yeah, so meiosis is the one where it that can variation crossing over moves together. Yes, for cell. Right. The thing is, though, this is a PowerPoint meant for like someone talking to it. So thing is, whenever there's something, if there's like this is very, if you're like, oh, this is very incomplete, it's because my teacher he showed this in class and he would expand on all the things. So it's probably not all the information here. Okay, so variation can be caused by. All right, this is actually one of the questions. Explain how mutate. Wait, no. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. I just need to talk about variation. Variation occurs through crossing over. What else did it say? Crossing over, meiosis, random swapping of genetic materials, meiosis, random assortment of chromatids during during cell division. Where's the first cell division? Yeah. That's probably it. Genes that cross over. True. Okay, I get it. Random assortment, fertilization, all these causing species, but what is responsible for new traits? Okay, sorry. Okay. So let me just put it briefly, basically. So there are three methods: crossing over, meiosis, and fertilization. So, fertilization. What's this? Let's give you. Okay, got it. That's cool. Okay. Basically variation. You have for example, the reason why we have different traits at least is like, how do I explain this? It's like, oh, there's a good explanation. There's a video that I might want to show you. But basically, it's like a deck of cards, right? So there's a video on it. I might actually pull it up though. But basically, there's a bunch of traits, right, that get mixed up. So let's say the different traits being brown eyes, black hair, blonde hair, all that stuff in a population, right? And the population has this So let me think. Let me just tell you, right? So let's say there's a population, right, and all the people have either brown eyes, blue eyes, brown eyes or blue eyes, right? Right. So what's gonna happen is you're either gonna get, when they reproduce, right, when the variation occurs, they will either get uh, don't fact check me on this one, but they will either get blue or brown or blue or a mixture of the two, right? And then eventually you get mixtures of that and mixtures of that, right? So how does new things get added? Basically, what is responsible for new traits? So like, what if someone comes in with black eyes, right? How does someone in a population with black eyes appear in the population, right? And the answer is mutations. So this is probably where we're up to now. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Some key points. Mutations are a source of variation. They can be chromosomal mutation or gene mutation. They result in the introduction of new alleles. All right, so that's our answer to the first one. Explain how. Yeah. Explain how mutations occur. Let me just quickly check my thing. Gene mutation to change. So, gene mutation. What is the definition for mutation? I can't find mutation. Okay, so mutation is basically when, I think that's basically it, right? When a new trait or allele enters the thing. Wait, let me just quickly look over this. Some mutation is, wait, let's say, sorry, is a source. I should have done this earlier. I don't know why it started so late. Source of variation. How long have I been going for? Only half an hour. We've barely done anything. So let's just go through this here. Mutation can be a source of material. Chromosome mutation and gene mutation. Now I have written down like what is these two and what's the difference. I will go on that later. In fact, it should be explained. Here we go. And the possible consequences. That will be question 2. They result in introductions of source of and result in new genes and alleles. All right, cool. Why do genes mutation occur? Okay, here we go. This is why. Explain how gene mutation occurs. There's an error in cell division. Which is in meiosis. Yeah, so basically, meiosis, mutation is an error, basically. It happens through errors. Error in DNA replication, or mutagenic agent interferes. Now, a mutagenic agent is basically something that occurs outside of human outside of the body that causes the change. So basically, you know, in like every sci-fi movie ever, there's this like green goo that like the animal drops in and they get change. Well, that green like goo thing would be the mutanic agent that mutates the animal. Basically, like an outer cause, basically. And then, but cell division and DNA replication, they both occur like inside the body. Okay, so explain the type of explain how a framework can change the layers in the gene pool. And that explain how variation can produce different rates of survival. All right, I know question 2 and 3, question 2 and 4, but question 3 might be a bit difficult. But let's go. Somatic, why do they occur and why does it matter? Somatic versus germline cells. Okay. Right. Okay, so like you know how this is like somatic germline, right? So so the reason why the PowerPoint doesn't expand on that further is because my teacher expanded on the day. So this is not really a good I mean it's a good source of like point to stay on topic. But let's just start with this. There are 2 types of mutation, okay? Chromosomal mutation and gene mutation, right? And they're basically in the title of the name. Chromosomal mutation is a mutation that occurs in the chromosome, and gene mutation is a mutation that happens in the genes, right? So gene mutation, and in gene mutation, there's different types of gene mutations. So let me just, here's the definition I have. A change in one or more DNA bases which results in different proteins being produced, resulting in different traits. All right, and in gene mutation there are three types: substitution, an extra base or bases is affected. Is added. Sorry. No, sorry. I was missing. So the substitution, insertion, and deletion. So again, they're pretty self-explanatory. Substitution is wrong bases matched, basically. So you know how bases have to match each other. Substitution, gene mutation. Gene mutation, like substitution, means like they get matched to the wrong DNA base. Insertion is when they add extra bases into the DNA code, and deletion is they delete code. There is a video that does summarizes pretty well. It's by the Amoeba sisters. Mutation Amoeba sisters. There we go. They pretty much summarize it pretty well in this video. I won't play the whole thing, but I will just. It's an ad, bro. Don't you love ads? Yeah, no. Anyways, here you go. So I was already watching this.
Well,
Okay, here we go.
External factors like they already possess a helpful mutation that allows it to survive an antibiotic. But the bacterium didn't will itself to mutate to develop this certain mutation.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, mutations are random.
Oh, yeah,
But there
something I
can be
forgot to
factors
mention.
that make mutations more likely to occur. External factors like certain types of chemicals or excessive radiation, or internal factors like an event that causes a problem during DNA replication and be produced, which can affect,
Okay, here we go.
which means the
Substitution.
wrong base is matched. Insertion, which means an extra base or bases are added in. There is also deletion, which means a base is removed. Insertions and deletions have the potential to be especially dangerous. Why?
I should probably write
Remember
this
in
down.
protein synthesis how we talked about how bases are read in threes? Well, if you add a base or remove a base, suddenly the number of bases total has changed. And if you read the bases in threes, depending on where it happened, everything that is read afterwards could be affected. We call this a frameshift mutation. If you look at this frameshift example here, where a single base has been inserted, you can see how the following codons, which have 3 bases each, are now all affected as the reading frame has been shifted. This example shows how it can lead to
Okay, so to summarize it, I hope I don't get this wrong. They affect the gene code by adding and deleting. Therefore, everything after where that effect took place is changed. I believe that's pretty much it.
amino acid changes. There are also chromosomal mutations.
Okay. Chromosomal. By the way, I'm looking back at my notes and I just realized most of my notes are from that video that I just showed you. Chromosomal mutation, basically chromosomes are made of with lots of genes. This is where organizers messed up. Alright. So again, it's the same thing. There's a change in the chromosomes. Chromosomes are made of highly organized DNA and protein with lots of genes. Okay, so there's different types of chromosomes called duplication, again deletion, inversion, and translocation. So I hope you get that into your mind. She will explain.
Remember that chromosomes are made up of DNA and protein, highly organized, and they have lots of genes on them. The human chromosome number is 46, with 23 from an egg cell and 23 from a sperm cell. This type of fruit fly here, however, has 8 chromosomes, so 4 came from an egg cell and 4 came from a sperm cell. Some examples of chromosomal mutations include duplication, where extra copies of genes are generated; deletion, where some of the genetic material breaks off; inversion, when a broken chromosome segment gets inversed, which means reversed, and put back on the chromosome; or translocation, when a fragment from one chromosome breaks off and attaches to another chromosome. There's more mutations than what we covered, of course, but the idea is that there are many different kinds of changes that can happen. If a mutation is going to happen, we already mentioned that there are especially vulnerable times, such as during DNA replication. But also there are other times too.
Okay, so we basically talked about that. So just quickly checking. Oh hi, there was one person who hello, Mick Nobody. Hello, thanks for going by. Didn't see you there. Sorry, I don't have a chat, so I can't see people who go in the stream. But hey, I think you've probably left a long time ago. Well, that's cool. That's weird. There was someone listening in without noticing. That's kind of concerning. I like it's like oh, I got a like. I got a like. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope this isn't someone I know. It would be very weird if this was someone I oh hi. Oh hi, your name changed. Your name's now G2. What's up? Wait, let me just say. What's up? Lisa, your random friend? Lisa, your random friend. Who? Sorry, who? Do I know you? Do I know you? You seem to have an email in your inbox. Email in my inbox, do I? I don't see. I didn't see. Oh, you're a different person from the previous person, but you have the same profile picture. Unless you just changed your thing. You seem to have a wait. Sorry, huh? Sorry, is this? Huh? Sorry, whenever there's someone watching, I feel obliged to just talk to them. This happened last time when I was first streaming. Email. Email? No. I don't want to look at my emails now. I just changed my name then. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know you. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that. Didn't know you could do that. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I mean, hello then. Welcome to stream. We're basically we're just I don't know how delayed this is. But basically we're just studying. I'm just studying human bio, as you can see. I am gonna just keep going. Sorry, I'm so in times. Sorry, I am. Oh, the name is Michael. Oh, Michael. Oh, as in Mike. Like, wait, Mike as in. Oh, Michael, like Michael, like. Wait, just to be sure. Wait, just to be sure. Mike. Wait, sorry. Mike D. Mike. Oh. I just realized. Oh. Sorry. It just took me. Oh, sorry. It just took me. I just realized who you were. Yes, I am live streaming. Sorry, just realized who you were. Oh, hi, Mike. Mike, sorry, I thought you were just a complete random person who just visited my stream. Oh, Mike, nobody. Oh, I get it now. I get it. Oh, hi. Yes, yeah, that's right. I did get your email. It's pretty delayed, I know. Oh, wow, sorry. I thought you were a completely random person. Hello. Hey, Mike, long time no see. Yeah, so the thing with this type of chatting is like a very one-directional type of chat. Like you can only talk to me through the chat, and I can talk to you in person. Oh, hi. Hi, I did get your email. Wait, you're gonna have to head soon though, Rip. Thanks to work though. The stream has been quality so far. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. I will be. I will. I did. Thanks, man. I did get your email, by the way. I did get your email, by the way. Just, I will reply. Eventually. I will play eventually. I'm gonna have to rip. Thanks for work. Good quality. Thanks for stream. Oh, thanks. Yeah, true. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Mike. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, you're gonna go work for. Yeah, understand. Yep, understandable. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Sorry. Yeah. I also have to get on studying because I did nothing. I did nothing. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I also have to get on studying because I did nothing but watch Minecraft. Procrastination King. Yes, I am. Oh, thanks. Oh, yes. That is my specialty. I wonder if you can see me typing. That is my specialty. Ah, yes, that is my specialty. Lol. Well, thanks for dropping by. I also have to get watching Minecraft videos. Today I did nothing. Gotta do something productive. Gotta do something productive before sleep. At least. Yes, it was my specialty. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry, I have to. Sorry, I have to reread. I also have to get starting because I did nothing. I gotta do something. Oh wow! It translated into a. It's translated into a thing. Didn't know that. I also have to get on stage. I hope you don't mind. Uh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so for those who don't understand, this guy is his name's Mike. He's actually a friend of mine. We used to go to my school. Oh, it says I have 3 people watching. It says I have 3 people watching. I don't know who the third guy is. I'm not sure if the third guy is. Is the third guy me? I'm not sure. And I've got 4 concurrent viewers. I've got 4 people watching. I'm not sure if that's. I'm not sure whether to trust that anyway. Anyway, see ya. Anyways, gonna go back to studying. See you later. See ya. See you later, dude. See you later, dude. Okay. Yeah. So that was cool. That was cool. Had one of my friends drop by to the stream. This is my second stream, and ironically, no, not ironically, second stream, and surprisingly, it's the second time one of my friends have dropped by. I'm not. I'm like, how do they know? Funny fact about the first stream I did. One of my friends who subscribed found it. That was embarrassing. It says I have 4 viewers, and I have no idea who these people are. But oh no, I'm going back to 2. No worries. Have a good. I was gonna go back. See you later, dude. Okay, see ya. Have a good night. You too, man. 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 All right, time to go back to studying. All right. Okay. How long have I been going for? I've been going for 46 minutes. You too, man. Something. All right, where was I? All right, sorry. Chromosomal mutations, duplications, and mutations. So, basically, the consequences of this mutation is a lot bigger. Because if you think about it, right, in a chromosome, there's millions of genes or hundreds of. I'm not sure how many genes there are, but there's many genes, right? So obviously, if a chromosome gets affected by mutation compared to when a single gene in the chromosome gets mutated. Obviously, the changes to chromosome are significantly bigger. And I heard they're mostly bad. What is the significant difference? Here, this is what I wrote. Gene mutation only affects the individual gene, hence what proteins are made. Hence what proteins do. While chromosome affects the entire chromosome. Basically a large and widespread version of gene mutation. Yeah, so basically gene mutation is a smaller and less wider version of chromosomal mutation. See, dude, I just want you do, man. Okay, anyways, chromosome mutations. I'm not sure how delayed it is, but oh well. Mutation is a smaller and less wider version of mutation. Chromosome mutation is worse because contains thousands of genes with a singular mutation. Yeah, okay, so gene would be like gene affects a single trait while chromosomal is more widespread. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's pretty much that done. Next one being, explain how a favorable mutation can change in the gene pool and ultimately result in a change in the whole population. I have no idea. Okay. Alright, I'm going to quickly skip that because I do know the second. Let me just quickly go through this. Occurs gene replication, point mutation, just one base. Alright. Occurs during mutation. Eventually. Sorry, I just had a complete mind break. For the first bit of this conversation, I genuinely thought he was a stranger, but then it turns out he's actually Mike. Oh, that was. Oh man, I feel bad. I shouldn't have known. Where are we? Explain how variation in the environment can produce different rates of survival rates. All right. Let me talk about this one then. How variation can affect survival in either good ways or bad ways. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's like when it comes to, there's a positive mutation and a negative mutation. So like a negative mutation, it would like species with that variation die more, and then the people with a variation survive more, which and hence the reason why and when they survive more, they can produce more. Hence, they have more results in spreading the species. Like for example, an example being variations such as I don't know, color of skin. Yeah, something like that. So like, for example, like in a grass field, right? Green grasshoppers will survive longer than brown grasshoppers because brown ones can be seen easily in the grass, whereas the green ones can camouflage, right? So again, for camouflage, and then environmental uh, can produce different rates of survival due to like source of food and water, like the weather, etc. So that was pretty easy. I don't know how to do the. Oops, I mean, I'm not here. Yes, I'll pretend. Pretend I didn't see that. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Lol. Pretend I didn't see that. Alright, so I still have one person watching me, which is great. Man, while Mike is listening, I'm not sure if Mike knows. I said it before, but this is the second time someone I know has visited my stream. First time was someone else. I remember, like the first time it happened, I just completely stopped everything I did and had a conversation with them. You can check out my last stream I did, Mike. If you're listening, was an English assessment. Basically, I did an all-nighter. We were given 3 weeks to do an English assessment, and I did it all in one night. So yeah, that wasn't nice. That was not nice at all. It says I have 3 or 4 people watching. So I have no idea who the next person is, but oh well. Okay, so it's 9:30. I might want to stop at 10 because I have to wake up early tomorrow, like extra early, like extra early. So I'm not. So I might want to stop in half an hour at least. We got a good hour in of study. I mean, I don't know if this is study, but oh well. Let's keep going. Chromosome can be deletion, duplication, non-destruction. All right, here we go. Non-destruction. Oh yeah, that's one more. Is this non-destructions? The failure of homozygote chromosomes to separate properly during meiosis. Dang, hardcore, man. Wait, sorry. Anyways, where was I? The failure of homologous chromosomes to separate properly during meiosis. What should happen? Non-disjunction. Okay, how was it? Sorry, I had a complete mind blank. I've written here non-destruction is when the chromosomes don't separate equally during meiosis. I don't think that's worth mentioning. Oh, there's consequences. All right, sorry. There's negative effects and positive effects when it comes to mutations. Like mutations can have positive effects and here we go. Random mutation concepts: environmental pressures, natural selection, survival of the fittest, and allele frequencies. I have to know all of those, don't I? Ugh. So environmental pressures, they're basically, as I mentioned, they're like how close you are to water, like the environment, how many storms there is. Natural selection. Now I do have a no wait, I have no wait, I have do I have a do I have a definition here? Selection pressure. I'm not sure. Okay, let me just go through these because I have some definitions I've written up for some of these definitions. So, example, natural selection. So, natural selection is the process which only animals who have adaptive features and phenotype to survive the environment pass their gene to the next generation. Basically, survival of the fittest. Basically, it like natural selection. It's basically it's the study of is it study I don't know, it's basically about like how as I you know how I mentioned before, I talked about like green grasshoppers and brown grasshoppers in a grass field, right? Due to natural selection, the green grasshoppers would survive more because they can camouflage in the grass. Hence, and if they survive more, they can pass their genes to the next generation of so on. Whereas the brown grasshoppers are most likely to die quicker because they can be seen easily in the grass. That's natural selection when a species with a very good adaptive feature like when animals with really good adaptive feature and phenotypes survive. You still here? Yeah, you're still watching, aren't you? I wonder how. Okay, allele frequencies. Allele frequencies are. I do have here how often each allele of a gene occurs in the gene pool of a population. So you've got the population, you've got the gene pool. So inside the gene pool, there's the sum of like all the genes combined and phenotypes combined, right? So allele frequency is basically like how would I explain it? Like let's say in a population, you could say like 60% of the allele frequency has brown eyes. I'm not sure if that's a good explanation. Inheritance and adaptations. So I believe inheritance. I'm pretty sure inheritance shouldn't really need to be explained. Types of chromosome mutations. There are types of chromosome mutations. I do. Oh, here we go. Current following chromosome mutation. There's Down syndrome, but I can't answer this one. Explain how a favorable can change the allele frequency in the gene pool. Could change gene frequency. Favorable mutation could change. I mean, like, so I can't probably explain how, but basically, if the mutation is a dominant change and it goes in the gene pool, it can ultimately change the whole population because what happens is when you reproduce, you pass on the dominant gene. Most likely, they will most likely have the dominant and then pass on and over, and eventually the whole population gets affected. But I'm not sure how favorable mutation could have changed for. I don't get that one. I might have to ask my teacher about that one. Are you still watching? This. It's two people. There's still two people. Okay, we have 15 minutes. I will stop in about. Oh wow. I'm not sure whether my battery's gonna die first or my thing's gonna die first. Okay, so there are like questions I could do, but I feel like I really need to move on because especially when my test is on these two and not those two. So let's move on. Let's move on. You know what? Let's move on. So gene pool and evolution. Now I believe there's a lot more on this page. Yeah, there's a lot more on this one. So he told me there was we were studying mechanisms and evidence. So again, there's the all gene pools and evolution mechanisms. All right. So let's just read this. Explain how selection. I don't need this to be underlined. Let's see. Explain how selection, genetic drift, gene flow, and variation can cause changes in the gene pool. Use Tay-Sachs alleles to provide examples of how evolutionists have altered the gene pool. Explain what is meant by selective advantage and provide examples. Explain Darwin's theory of evolution by natural and using the term inherited struggle for existence. Alright. I don't think. Do we have to? Okay. I might. Okay, what I'm gonna do is mutations in gene pools and gene pools. I don't know which slide to do. Mutation summary, sickle cell disease. Okay, these will. Okay, yeah, the mechanisms in this one. What's this one about? Oh yeah, this one's about. Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna have to go through these. I might wanna. Oh yeah, this is when I talked about like how the gene pool is basically about. Let's just watch this quickly. Oh, do we have time? Let's have time. Oh, sorry, Mike. Hi, Mike. If you're still watching, I haven't installed there's a thing for the thing with streaming, right? There's a separate microphone that you have to download and install in order to record the in-desktop audio. So sorry if so you're actually hearing the video's audio from the outside thing. That's sorry. So basically, yeah, it's not like the audio is not that good for when I watch videos. Apologies for that. I do plan to make game streams, like streams where instead of like me just boringly studying, I do want to make Minecraft videos, Minecraft streaming. But by then I would have before I do that, I definitely need to install that microphone like in-game microphone thing. Anyways, let's just watch this. The TED Ed.
The 5 Fingers of Evolution. A thorough understanding of biology requires a thorough understanding of the process of evolution. Most people are familiar with the process of natural selection. However, this is just one of 5 processes that can result in evolution. Before we discuss all 5 of these processes, we should define evolution. Evolution is simply change in the gene pool over time. But what is a gene pool? And, for that matter, what is a gene? Before spending any more time on genetics, let us begin with a story. Imagine that a boat capsizes and 10 survivors swim to shore on a deserted island. They are never rescued and they form a new population that exists for thousands of years. Strangely enough, 5 of the survivors have red hair. Red hair is created when a person inherits 2 copies of the red gene from their parents. If you only have 1 copy of the gene, you won't have red hair. To make this easier, we will assume that the 5 non-redheads are not carriers of the gene. The initial frequency of the red hair gene is therefore 50%, or 10 of 20 total genes. These genes are the gene pool. The 20 different genes are like cards in a deck that keep getting reshuffled with each new generation. Sex is simply a reshuffling of the genetic deck. The cards are reshuffled and passed to the next generation. The deck remains the same, 50% red. The genes are reshuffled and passed to the next generation. The gene pool remains the same, 50% red. Even though the population may grow in size over time, the frequency should stay at about 50%. If this frequency ever varies, then evolution has occurred. Evolution is simply change in the gene pool over time. Think about it in terms of the cards. If the frequency of the cards in the deck ever changes, evolution has occurred. There are 5 processes that can cause the frequency to change. To remember these processes, we will use the fingers on your hand, starting from the little finger and moving to the thumb. The little finger should remind you that the population can shrink. If the population shrinks, then chance can take over. For example, if only 4 individuals survive an epidemic, then their genes will represent the new gene pool. The next finger is the ring finger. This finger should remind you of mating because a ring represents a couple. If individuals choose a mate based on their appearance or location, the frequency may change. If red-headed individuals only mate with red-headed individuals, they could eventually form a new population. If no one ever mates with red-headed individuals, these genes could decrease. The next finger is the middle finger. The M in the middle finger should remind you of the M in the word mutation. If a new gene is added through mutation, it can affect the frequency. Imagine a gene mutation creates a new color of hair. This would obviously change the frequency in the gene pool. The pointer finger should remind you of movement. If new individuals flow into an area or immigrate, the frequency will change. If individuals flow out of an area or emigrate, then the frequency will change. In science, we refer to this movement as gene flow. All 4 of the processes represented by our fingers can cause evolution: small population size, non-random mating, mutations, and gene flow. However, none of them lead to adaptation. Natural selection is the only process that creates organisms better adapted to their local environment. I use the thumb to remember this process. Nature votes thumbs up for adaptations that will do well in their environment and thumbs down to adaptations that will do poorly. The genes for individuals that are not adapted for their environment will gradually be replaced by those that are better adapted. Red hair is an example of one of these adaptations. Red hair is an advantage in the northern climates because the fair-skinned allowed ancestors to absorb more light and synthesize more vitamin D. Thumbs up. However, this was a disadvantage in the more southern climates where increased UV radiation led to cancer and decreased fertility. Thumbs down. Even the thumb itself is an adaptation formed through the process of natural selection. The evolution that we have described is referred to as microevolution because it refers to a small change. However, this form of evolution may eventually lead to macroevolution or speciation. Every organism on the planet shares ancestry with a single common ancestor. All living organisms on the planet are connected back in time through the process of evolution. Take a look at your own hand. It's an engineering masterpiece that was created by the 5 processes I just described over millions and millions of years. Can you recall the 5 main causes of evolution from memory? If you can't, hit rewind and watch that part again. But if you can, give yourself or your neighbor a big 5-fingered high five.
Hey, how do I give you a high five? High five. High five. High five. Hello, hi, yeah, did you get that? I got that, basically. I don't know how to go from here. I don't know where to go from here. Now, I was told there's a crash course. Now, I might watch these videos, maybe not now. I only got 15 minutes until I got a vamoose and go away. So I guess I'll start with the mechanism, because I was told that mechanisms, yeah, evolution. So yeah, next week Monday test on mechanism, evolutionary mechanisms and evidence. So I need to talk about, I think it would be wise to list, at the very least all the mechanisms. I am not pronouncing that. I'm not pronouncing that well at all. 5-fingered high five. Thanks. I've got 2 likes. Who is the second stream? I don't know who the second person is. Anyways, what does playback mean? I've got 14 playbacks and I have no idea what that means. Anyways, let's go back. Evolutionary mechanisms. I believe the one. Wait, let me okay, natural selections, evolutionary natural selection, various. Which one is the mechanisms? Which one? Yeah. Wait, let me just quickly search up. What is an evolutionary mechanism? This is how you really study, you know. Just Google everything. These are evolutions by mutation, genetic drift, non-mating, and natural selection. Each mechanism can be characterized with how it affects fitness, adaptation, the average phenotype is a trait. What is it meant by mechanism of evolution? Change. Natural selection, genetic trait, mutation. Okay, macro. Okay, refers to the change of elements within. Okay, so basically, the things is a really good word to be using, especially in year 12. You know, things that change allele frequency, basically allele frequency. Hey Mike, are you following any of this? This is Unit 4 of Human Biology. I'm not sure if you're knowing this. Oh my gosh, Lavinia, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, Lavinia, get out of my stream! I'm kidding. May, that's Mike. That's Mike. May, my sister is in. Hi. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is chaos. Legit chaos. Oh my gosh. Wait. Used to hang out with Jason. Oh yeah. You should be sleeping. You should be sleeping. Wow. My gosh. Lavinia, what are you doing? What are you doing, Lavinia? Fine, I'll keep working. I still have 13 minutes. I'm not sure whether my battery will die first or nothing. Alright, I'm gonna ignore you. I'm just gonna ignore both of you. You two chat, okay? You two chat in the thing. Let's see if you follow any of this. So what are the types of evolutionary mechanisms? Natural selection, gene flow, and genetic drift. Okay. Okay. There was one more, I think, gene flow. So let me just explain to each one of you. Yeah. Okay, so mutations, we already went through that. Genetic drift, natural selection, I already went through that. Gene flow, I think I just lost my train of thought. What are you doing? What do you call it? Basically, gene flow is like when people move in and move out. So like the idea of oh yeah gene flow. I've got it here, don't I? I've got it here. Gene flow. Here we go. Gene flow. Gene flow is the transfer of gene variation to one population to the other. Two populations can be considered one population if the gene is high enough. All right. Let me just quickly. Gene frequencies. Gene frequency. Did I write it down? Frequency. Here we go. No, allele frequency. Sorry, allele frequency. How often each allele of a gene occurs. Now, okay, so gene flow. Let me just quickly mechanisms. All right, gene flow is the transfer of gene variation to one population to the other. Now, it says here two populations can be considered as one. Two can become one. Two populations can become one if the gene flow is high enough. Because if it's high enough, it says here if it's high enough, both populations can have the same gene frequency, and if two different populations have the same gene frequency, they're basically counted as the same. What do you call it? The same. How do I explain it? The same. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of battery. The same. Population. I know, getting thanks to the video came on. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Very nice. I ended up getting it thanks to the notification. Also, I've been following, although I did not look into this stuff. I love how you two are just having your own conversation in the chat. Yeah. Wait. So I need to blow my nose. So I'm back. I will have to go soon. No, I still have 9 minutes. I will have to finish soon, guys. Rip Apple batteries. True. I have been following, although I did not look at stuff. I'm surprised you have been following. I'm actually quite surprised because I'm not good at explaining with things. So like I said, the things that change the allele frequency, gene flow. Now next, I already done natural selection. There is one more that I talked about. I think it's called Founder's Effect. I think, is it here? No. The Founder's Effect. Founder's Effect. Okay, wait, let me go. Let's see. The gene pools, that is all the gene variation. That is all the gene variation in particular. Allele frequency is the gene over time to evolution mechanisms. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Wait, no. Here we go. Natural selection, we got that. Mutation, gene flow, we got that. And the Founder's Effect. Okay. So what we're missing is... Okay, so basically the gene flow and Founder's Effect are the same thing, I believe. And then we missed genetic drift. Random genetic drift. Sorry, this is called random genetic drift. Okay, so there's 4 main ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the 4 main ones. Natural selection. I already explained that, but basically it's when the animals with the most favorable phenotypes and adaptive features causes them to survive longer past their genes to the next generation. Now, I believe natural selection. There was one more that could interfere, but I'm not sure if it counts. There's one more, and that's like random. Like things that can affect the gene pool, right? They were like, for example, if there's a massive storm that hits the population, many people die. That's also considered. I believe that's called random genetic drift. I'm not sure if that counts as random genetic drift. When basically something random or unexpected like changes the gene pool of it. Anyways, gene pool, the relative frequency of a particular allele. Oh my god, I'm gonna die soon. Of a particular allele, an allele for blue eyes, B frequency. Think about how the allele of a population be changed. Changing allele frequency in a gene pool can take a long time. However, the size of the population can be a drastic effect of the time frames. A small population can have a relatively large change generation to generation. A large population is likely to take many during before any nuts. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, natural selections. Here we go. Natural selection results in the frequency of favorable alleles increasing and unfavorable alleles decreasing. Okay, so when the animals so it also counts when animals have unfavorable alleles that cause the species to decrease. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, what is this conversation you guys are having? Wait, let's see. Just ignore, keep working. This video came on my record and I was like, okay, I really got RIM Apple Grace. Why can't devices just have unlimited battery? I don't know, Meme. I don't know why. I don't know. Why can't they just have unlimited batteries? That would be so good. Why is it programmed to need batteries? Laptops are made of it so it can be portable. Oh, sad. Sad. Apples have them with their batteries though. Anime is the only thing I watch these days. At school, we're given Surface Pros. The teacher said it would be 100% after 30 minutes of charging, but mine takes 1 hour. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Might be a bit defective. Wow. Wow, guys. You see you guys having your own separate conversation without me. Without me, you're talking about stuff without me. Oh, I'm so offended, guys. Why can't you? I'm kidding. I wonder how delayed is it? My mic said it was very delayed, but I'm not sure how delayed it was. Okay, why would one of them be favorable of another? Environmental, reproductive benefit, survival benefit. Environmental pressures determines which mean remains in the gene pool. This is a very slow process. Okay, yeah, so this is slow. It's a slow process, but it determines which alleles and genes stay in the gene pool. Now, environmental pressures, I forgot what environmental pressures means. Environmental pressures, if I'm not mistaken, external effects on ability to survive in a given environment. Okay, environmental pressures are basically external agents that affect an organism's ability to survive in a given environment. Can either be negative, decreasing of a trait, or positive, increase the occurrence of a trait. Okay, so like the change in this can either be, so the thing with sorry, let me go back. Thing with environmental pressures, they can affect organisms' ability to survive. It can either be negative, which means to decrease the occurrence of that species, and positive, to increase the occurrence of that species. How much time do I have? I have 3 minutes. I'm going to be done in 3 minutes. So I'm going to quickly, as to finish it off, I'm going to quickly talk about the founder's effect. Okay, so founder's effect is basically, from what I occur, is when, so as you can see from the picture, there's this, this is a population, and this is a new population, right? This is the original population. Now, founder's effect is basically gene flow, because it's a group of people moving from one population to the next. So as you can see here, there's brown, orange, and white butterflies, right? But here, they're migrating to this part, a completely new population where orange and brown butterflies appear, basically starting their own population. Now, so the idea is when a small part of a population moves to another population and lives in a different environment, they no longer become, how do I say it, like they can't, like over time, they can't represent the original population. And that doesn't make sense. Let me just read this. Similar to bottlenecks, small number of people migrate and settle a new area. As I said, they only have a small gene pool, a sample of the original gene pool. So, obviously if it's a small number, that means like only a small percentage, a sample of what the original was. As a result, they may have markedly different allele frequency to parent population, and thus different phenotypes. Same idea, sample size and events. The smaller the sample, the less representative as a whole. Does that make sense? Same idea as, like, so the smaller the sample, the less that it can, like, the less it becomes like the original, if that makes sense. I do have to go soon, guys, so spend those 3 minutes well. Go. Oh, you should be able to charge it in there. Thanks. Now the question is, what should I change it to? Difficult question, right? Click your profile picture, -2. How do you change your profile? Lol, click your profile picture on top right. Anyways, I'm going to quickly, it is almost 10 o'clock, so I will be finishing soon, but let me just quickly finish this. The founder's effect. Oh, it's lagging. It's lagging. It's not letting me type. No. Why isn't it? What's happening? Oh no, what's happening? What's happening? It's not letting me type. No. Do I have to refresh it? I have to refresh it, don't I? I'm alive. Okay, I'm alive. Okay, so the founder's effect, to summarize it, it's not letting me type. Oh no, it's almost 10. Alright, here we go. So, no, it's not letting me type. Why is it not letting me type? It's not letting me type. What's happening? What's happening? No. Okay, it's 10. Okay, so basically, okay, I'll just finish it on here, I guess. I can't, I don't know what's happening. It won't let me type anything. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, I'm low battery. Okay, I have to finish it. It's too late now. So basically, founder effects, small sample of the original moves to another place. They then start their own population, and the reason why it's not the same as the other population is because they're smaller size, and therefore they have different, as time moves on, they definitely will have like a different allele frequency, therefore it becomes different from the original. So despite the fact that they came from the original, they become different from the original because they move to a separate place. And like, the thing is, when you live in a different place, obviously different things can happen to a person. I'm on 7%. This is 10 o'clock. I should be sleeping. I should really be sleeping. Okay, I'm gonna finish now, guys. I don't know where you guys are. Oh, you should be able to change in there. I'll change it to anime character. It's like my brother. I'll be like my brother and procrastinate and decide tomorrow. Wow, baby! Wow! Wow! Yikes! Man runs in the gym. Peace, Google Docs. Although, unlike my friends, I don't get straight A's. Oh wow! It's not even letting me type. It's not even letting me type. What's happening here? It's not even letting me type. Guys, it's not letting me type. I'm not sure. Guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream now. Guys, I'm ending the stream. Guys, I'm gonna finish. This is me finishing. Meme, can you tell Michael, that we're finishing? We're finishing. Also, sleep well, man. Okay. No, guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello? 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 Where are you up to? Sad, it ain't letting you type. It's not letting me type. Guys, it's not letting me type. Guys, I'm gonna finish. Meme, can you hear me from here? The keyboard may be locked somehow. How do I unlock a keyboard? What's happening? How do I lock a keyboard? Do I like... It won't let me lock the keyboard. Okay, I'm gonna just... Okay, guys, can you hear me? If you can't hear me, I'm gonna finish. I can finish. I'm gonna finish the stream now. This is the end of the stream. I cannot type because my keyboard's locked, according to Mike. Anyways, that will be the end of the stream. My computer is going to die soon. I basically got halfway through my study, but at least I did some study because I barely did any study in the past. Anyways, that's all for today. Do you want me to do an outro? I don't know what's wrong with my freaking... Wait, let me just see if I can plug it in and plug it out. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream here. It's still not letting me type. Okay, wait, let me just come here, just gotta finish. Wait, coming. This way, I'm gonna have to go on a different device. I'm gonna have to go on a different device and say farewell. Wait, just wait, give me a sec, bros, wait. Alright, guys. Have to finish. Stream. Yeah, I'm typing on a different device. I'm using my phone. Had to use my phone. Going to finish now. Finish and go to sleep. See everyone. Bye, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna finish. Yep, you might as well. Everyone, yep, no man. Lol, I see. You changed lol your profile pic though. Lol your profile. Lol your profile pic though. Anyways, bye. Lol your profile pic. Good night. We have to wake up at 6:30. Okay, see you guys. Bye. I'm gonna end the stream. 3, 2, 1. Go. Ending stream. Ending stream. Ending stream. Are you sure you want to end the stream? Yes, I do want to end the stream. Please. It's not letting me end the stream. End. There we go.